Katara.
Think back.
And Zuko too, feeding into this. He was trying to like channel Iroh.
My heart is so full of hope that it's making me tear bend.
Tear bend.
My stomach is so empty that it's making me tear bend.
This writer is pretty good. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Real Night. Today we're diving back in Avatar. Last time we had a couple prison episodes. We kind of witnessed Sokka and Zuko getting closer. Mai, Tidally, and Azula, their dynamic has changed drastically. But you know, now we have 3 more members with the Avatar team. Seems like we're staying at the Western Air Temple, using it kind of like a base. We have a dreadnought now at our disposal rather than just a hot air balloon and Appa. So there's that. Looking forward to seeing where we go next. Let's roll it. I'm guessing maybe we might get some support from the Southern Water Tribe. I think we do need to build up a team again, you know. Maybe rescue some more Kyoshi warriors. Oh. Sieging, yeah, I guess it was only a matter of time, really. Especially with the behemoth that they captured last time. Oh, wow.
Watch out! What are you doing?
Keeping rocks from crushing you.
Yeah, saving your life.
You can get off me now.
I'll take that as a thank you.
Yeah, she just doesn't like him, I get it.
I'll hold them off. I think this is a family visit.
Zuko, no!
Zuko always staying behind. Okay, I think we're going to be hitting on what I was talking about last time. Azula is just going to be going off the rails.
What are you doing here?
You mean it's not obvious yet? I am about to celebrate becoming an only child!
Man, the visuals are crazy. There's got to be more to it. I think that maybe the dreadnought's down there.
I can't get him to go in there! Appa hates tunnels!
Continuity. Cave of Two Lovers. Ooh. Yeah, I figured that was the case. It's kind of like an Edmund, you know, moment from Prince Caspian, if you guys have seen that. I'm sure it's kind of a tropey thing that happens sometimes in a lot of stuff. That's what I remember it from. Man, this is awesome. Like I was saying, visuals, another level. Man. I don't think there's another airship down there. They're gonna save Azula.
She's not gonna make it.
Yeah, she can fly.
Of course she did.
Man, they were just gonna let her die though.
If you really wanted to feel like old times, I could, chase you around a while and try to capture you.
Ha ha.
I understand it, Katara, but yeah, I figured she would be the last holdout.
I'm touched. I don't deserve this.
Yeah, no kidding.
What's with her?
I wish I knew.
What's with him?
I was the first person to trust you, remember? Back in Ba Sing Se.
What can I do to make it up to you?
You could bring my mother back.
I guess she's not really separating Zuko from the Fire Nation.
Oops. Wrong tent.
Sorry. Do you need to talk to Sokka too?
Nope, not me.
No, I don't think they were gonna be doing much talking.
Well, hello.
Yeah, not much talking at all.
Think anyone different? So what's on your mind?
Your sister. She hates me.
Katara doesn't hate anyone.
Okay, Sokka.
I want you to tell me what happened to your mother. I think somehow she's connected her anger about that to her anger at me.
She's not seeing him as an individual, more of just as a close proximity version of the Fire Nation. It's kind of like them from the intro of the first episode.
I'm going to find Mom.
Again. That was the signal that the Northern Water Tribe was about to get invaded.
Knew what it meant. A Fire Nation raid.
Interesting one. It kind of reminds me of Hawk Girl.
As quickly as they came, they just left.
Wonder if that's the first time he ever picked up a boomerang.
I didn't know we'd lost our mother. The main ship had flags with sea ravens on them.
The symbol of the Southern Raiders.
Suki!
I don't know why they feel the need to, like, sneak around.
You look terrible.
I know who killed your mother, and I'm going to help you find him.
I need to borrow Appa.
Is it your turn to take a little field trip with Zuko?
Yes, it is.
Everybody's taking a field trip
Oh.
with Zuko.
What's going on?
We're going to find the man who took my mother from me.
I wonder if Toph is, or if they're just going to skip over Toph. Like, Toph doesn't necessarily have any, like, beef, so maybe not.
You're feeling unbelievable pain and rage. How do you think I felt about the Sandbenders when they stole Appa? How do you think I felt about the Fire Nation when I found out what happened to my people?
Yeah, that's a huge one, you know? Genociding a population.
Katara, she was my mother too. But I think Aang might be right.
Then you didn't love her the way I did.
Katara!
The monks used to say that revenge is like a two-headed rat viper. While you watch your enemy go down, you're being poisoned yourself.
I feel like I have no choice.
I don't think it's going to make her feel good, though. Especially with the way she is.
It's easy to do nothing, but it's hard to forgive.
It's not just hard. It's impossible.
So yeah, like, all this has hit Katara so much harder than it has Sokka, you know? At least it seems that way. Like, the separation from their father, the situation with their mom.
You need to face this man, but when you do, please don't choose revenge. Let your anger out, and then let it go. Forgive him.
Go, Aang. Be in the Avatar. It's good to see.
Thanks for understanding, Aang. Yip yip!
You know, you're pretty wise for a
Wise
kid.
beyond his... Yeah,
Thanks, Sokka.
exactly.
Usually it's annoying, but right now I'm just impressed.
Bam! On patrol near Whaletail Island.
Whaletail. Have we been there before, or have they mentioned that before? The name sounds a little bit familiar.
You should get some rest. We'll be there in a few hours.
Talk about looking bad. Those are some heavy bags.
I'm not the helpless little girl I was when they came.
But we saw Sokka's version.
I'm going to find Mom.
Maybe she, like, straight up witnessed her mother's death. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's why it's so difficult for her.
Just let her go, and I'll give you the information you want.
You heard your mother.
Go find your dad, sweetie. I'll handle this.
Information.
There's a man in our house!
Kaya!
But we were too late. When we got there, the man was gone.
I just wonder what the information was.
It's the Southern Raiders.
Let's do this.
Oh. Man.
So there I was, and I was like, you know, it was
Classic story. One person only. And it is nighttime too, so her powers are probably more powerful. Probably an old man by now. Oh, bloodbender. Oh my goodness. Katara.
Think back.
And Zuko too, feeding into this. He was trying to, like, channel Iroh. This is definitely not something Iroh would do.
Tell me you don't remember what you did.
Wow. Is it the full moon? I couldn't tell. Jeez.
It's not him. He's not the man.
You must be looking for Yan Ra. He retired 4 years ago.
Oh, he's a farmer now, of course.
Yan Ra! You lazy piece of work! I need something!
Yes, Mother.
I need something soft and juicy!
I would be happy to...
Forget your stupid garden! Get your...
Oh, I mean, we see why he is the way he is.
English, motherfucker!
The come up, you know, it's always the past that dictates all these things. I was saying Toph is the most powerful, and some of you were saying, you know, Katara, especially after the bloodbending.
That was him.
I can see that. To me, Toph was just showing so much utility.
Nobody sneaks up on me without getting burned.
In those couple episodes that you know, it's just, that's how I felt. There's definitely something to all of them.
I wouldn't try firebending again.
Whoever you are, take my money. Take whatever you want.
I think that was a classic move too, to like break the root. Episode 2, when he was fighting Zhao.
You better remember me like your life depends on it.
Yes. I remember you now.
Just let her go, and I'll give you the information you want.
My source says there's one waterbender left in the southern...
She was covering for her daughter, maybe. Oh, Katara's gonna feel so guilty.
It's me.
I'm afraid I'm not taking prisoners today.
She lied to you.
She was protecting the last waterbender.
Me!
I did a bad thing. I know I did. And you deserve revenge. So why don't you take my mother? That would be fair.
That would not be revenge, buddy.
There's just nothing inside you. You're pathetic and sad and empty.
I mean, but look where he is, you know. That's revenge in itself. He is not living a very happy life at all.
Katara! Are you okay?
I'm doing fine.
I'm proud of you.
I wanted to take out all my anger at him, but I couldn't.
Forgiveness is the first step you have to take to begin healing.
But I didn't forgive him. I'll never forgive him. But I am ready to forgive you.
Finally.
You were right about what Katara needed. Violence wasn't the answer.
It never
Closure,
is.
though.
What are you gonna do when you face my father?
That is a solid question. I always draw back to that statement that Aang made during the episode when we had the Roku flashback, the Avatar and the Fire Lord, where he was talking about forgiveness, and he literally said even the Fire Lord and the Fire Nation deserves a chance. So I don't know how that's gonna go, and I think even if Aang gives Fire Lord Ozai a chance, he's just going to turn on him and try to kill him. So it's probably gonna end up, you know, Aang having to kill the Fire Lord. This one was an interesting one. We saw Katara at kind of like her, I guess, strongest, the most rage, you know, fueling her bending. And she was definitely doing some crazy things this episode. So I can understand why people would think that she's the strongest. And it was interesting to get some of that background too, as to like why her mother was killed. I thought Katara might take that a little bit harder than she did, but I'm definitely very glad that she's not going to be like blaming herself for her mother's death. You know, like she died because of me, like trying to protect me, and like that being a major hit for her. She can understand, you know, why her mother would do that. And she's finally, you know, come around to Zuko. It was kind of annoying that she wasn't doing that, but it was understandable. And it's good that she's gotten this closure. So I wonder who's the next person that's going to be taking a field trip with Zuko. Maybe Toph, but I don't think so, because there's just not much there. And she wasn't there for season 1, where he was like full on chasing them so much. I still think we need to be, you know, cultivating some more people, at least a little bit of a bigger team, so that we can actually get some stuff done and, you know, infiltrate the capital before the comet hits. Because if the comet hits, then things are going to be much harder, especially infiltrating the Fire Nation. Because all of their bending is going to be stronger. Now that Aang knows some fire, maybe his bending will be a little bit stronger too. And, you know, Zuko will be stronger, but Azula, that's going to be something to witness as well. Azula, when the comet comes, or if the comet comes, it's going to be wild. Yeah, we saw her here. We saw that moment where they were just going to kind of, you know, let her die. And that was very surprising to me. You know, Zuko looked back and he was like, you know, she's not going to make it. And they didn't hesitate. They didn't slow down. I guess that makes sense, but it's very sad to see, and it's kind of cementing my thought process on Azula and her disposition moving forward, just being one of very little inhibition now. Like there's no restraints on her. She's going to do whatever she wants. And not like she didn't do that before, but it seemed a little bit more tame in that she was a little bit more restrained. Now she's just full of anger, full of rage, and just trying to take that out. Zuko this episode was kind of in his old Zuko form, and that was a little bit weird to see. I know he was trying to gain Katara's trust and help her and try to, you know, win her over. He was getting into that old bag, and it doesn't really fit the new way he's trying to live, you know. I guess it was needed this time around for Katara to get the closure that she did, and it was definitely interesting to see. Chapter 17's up next. Let's roll it. Like a band or something? Is that where they are? Or where they're going?
We're hiding from the Fire Lord in his own house?
Okay, yeah, they came back to the house.
There's a play about us.
We were just in town and we found this poster.
What?
Oh, dang. Sokka looking like Giga Chad.
From acclaimed playwright Puan Tim, who scoured the globe gathering information on the Avatar, from the icy South Pole to the heart of Ba Sing Se.
Kind of looked like the some of the more classical, like Chinese operas or Japanese operas. I forget what they're called.
Named Ember Island Players.
Ugh.
Okay, like an acting troupe.
Sokka, do you really think it's a good idea for us to attend a play about ourselves?
Come on, a day at the theater? This is the kind of wacky, time-wasting
And
nonsense
that's
I've
also
been missing.
that's also like a play on the season 1 poster, I believe. I know I've used it in the thumbnail, so I'm pretty sure that is what it is. It's like almost the exact same thing. They don't look like that, of course, but
What's the big deal?
I wanted to.
that's the same hat
Okay.
that
Why are
what
we
was
sitting
his
in the
name?
nose?
Doc? That's the same hat that Doc was wearing. I had that in the thumbnail as well.
Oh, it's so scary!
Seen it.
How do they know this information? That was episode 1, but nobody else was out there.
My only brother. Never do we find anything fulfilling.
All I want is a full feeling in my stomach. I'm starving.
Accurate.
I'm starving.
This is pathetic. My jokes are way funnier than this.
Still, we cannot give up hope, even to our dying breath.
Well, that's just silly. I don't sound like that.
Oh man, this writer's a genius.
It appears to be someone frozen in ice. Perhaps for 100 years.
But
Perhaps.
who? Who is the boy in the iceberg?
The name of the first episode. I mean, she kind of looks like Aang. I mean,
I'm the Avatar, silly.
they did the classic thing, you know.
Wait, is that a woman playing me?
I mean, it happened. You know, men played women, women played men back in the day. It was mostly men playing women, actually.
My heart is so full of hope that it's making me tear bend.
Tear bent. This writer is pretty good.
Prince Zuko, you must try this cake. You sicken me.
They make me look totally stiff and humorless.
Actually, I think that actor's pretty spot on.
How could you say that?
They all just don't have like perspectives on themselves. That's pretty much like exactly how he acted in the first episode.
It's a flying rabbit monkey. I think I'll name him Momo.
How does this writer have all this information? Suki.
Does this dress make my butt look fat?
Face, if you are ever to leave this place.
Accurate boomy musculature. We're going through the whole first season. This is awesome.
The Avatar is mine.
I'm the blue spirit, the scourge of the Fire Nation. Here,
Oh, they didn't get this part right.
save the Avatar.
Interesting. So they removed Zhao from history. They removed him from the story, which is kind of interesting. You know, Zhao wanted to make history, but he's not even in the play. Jet.
Don't cry, baby. Jet will wipe out that nasty town for you.
Oh, Jet, you're so bad.
Biggest canyon in the Earth Kingdom.
Let's keep flying.
Probably a play on, you know, the fact that most people didn't really like that episode.
Goodbye, Sokka. I have important moon duties to take care of. And yes, I did have pickled fish.
Okay. They got that part of Zhao's story in there.
Back to save the day!
This is a very pro-Avatar play to be going on in the Fire Nation. That was awesome, though. Seeing like a dramatized, even more version of events. That's kind of how it goes, you know?
That woman playing the Avatar doesn't resemble me at
She
all.
really looked like Aang
I
quite
don't
a
know.
bit.
You are. The playwright did his research. What you're seeing up there on that stage is the truth. Here it comes.
You can't find an earthbending master in the sky. You have to look underground. My name's Tough, because it sounds like tough. And that's just what I am.
Wait a minute. I sound like a guy. A really buff guy.
Well, Tom.
Yeah, I'm sure she's fine with that, though.
It hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
She looks fine
I wouldn't
with
have
it.
cast it any other way.
I don't see like you do. I release a sonic wave from my mouth.
Yeah, Tom's loving it.
I got a pretty good look at you.
That's great.
Split up.
Not the hair.
Azula!
I think it's your honor.
Where?
The city of Ba Sing Se can hide no longer.
I love all the little contraptions they had for all this.
Did Jet just die?
You know, it was really unclear.
Yeah, this is kind of like a meta commentary on like the audience's reactions to stuff and reputation of the show.
I've had eyes for you since the day you
pretty cool.
first captured me.
Wait!
I was sensing a little bit of something in the cave there, but I cut it out because I was like, probably nothing. You know, I'm probably just reading too far into that, but I guess I wasn't the only one.
Why, he's like a little brother to me. I certainly don't think of him in a romantic way.
Your nation or a life of treachery.
Choose treachery. It's more fun.
I hate you, Uncle. You smell, and I hate you for all time.
Man. Yeah, you know, I do sometimes wonder where all the knives and stuff come from.
Avatar state. Yip yip.
Yep.
The Avatar is no more.
That's why they're holding it in. I don't know if there's another act to the play, but for it to end with the Avatar's death and, you know, the Fire Nation victorious, makes sense why they would have the play, I think.
Does anyone know where Aang is?
He left to get me fire gummies like 10 minutes ago, and I'm still waiting.
I'm gonna check outside.
Yeah, his representation definitely was probably the hardest to accept.
I hate this play. If I hadn't blocked my chakra, I'd probably be in the Avatar state right now.
Everyone's getting so upset about their characters.
You don't get it. It's different for you. You get a muscly version of yourself taking down 10 bad guys at once and making sassy remarks.
It's kind of how she is, you know? It's just her stature isn't like that.
My uncle. He's always been on my side, even when things were bad. And how do I repay him? With a knife in his back, and I may never get to redeem myself.
All your uncle wanted was for you to find your own path and see the light. Now you're here with us. He'd be proud.
Ow! What was that for?
That's how I show affection.
Yeah.
Your Zuko costume's pretty good, but your scar's on the wrong side.
The scar's not on the wrong side!
Oh, Appa's head. I guess they kind of have it like they have some of those like dragons, some of those parades.
Actually, I think I can help you. I'm a big Sokka fan, but...
Yeah, that's kind of the same perspective that we got from the desert.
What does the cabbage merchant use to fix his cabbages? A cabbage patch!
Katara, did you really mean what you said in there?
In where? What are you talking about?
On stage, when you said I was just like a brother to you, and you didn't have feelings for me.
I don't know.
Why don't you know?
Because we're in the middle of a war, and we have other things to worry about. This isn't the right time.
I wonder why she's avoiding it.
Aang, I'm sorry, but right now I'm just a little confused. I just said I was confused.
I'll always love you. Like a brother.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
Oh, no. No.
Finally made it to the royal palace, but no one's home.
Actually, I'm home, and I want to join you.
Wait, the play's not over.
But it is over. Unless...
Maybe they added an ending, yeah.
With the energy harnessed from that comet.
Now that's kind of how I expected the Fire Lord to look. Creepy. Oh, so she kills Zuko. It's like how it should have ended for the Fire Nation.
The comet is already here, and I'm unstoppable!
Now, this is what I was talking about. Like, all this time they're taking, comet just keeps getting closer. That kind of mirrored something to me. I don't know. It set something off in my mind. I don't know where that's from or if we've gotten a shot similar to that.
We've done it.
Yes, we have done it.
Yeah, very pro Fire Nation.
The world is mine.
The effects were decent.
Looking into the potential future. That was an interesting episode. I like that that was kind of like all it was. Revisiting all the previous stuff, it's probably because we're nearing the end of the season. We only have one video left for the reactions here. Kind of like reviewing like this is all that's happened in like a dramatic way, a parody way. Kind of taking into account the audience's reactions to a lot of things. It was very cool to see that and explore that, I guess, before we hop into some probably pretty heavy stuff. And it was interesting to see Katara and Aang. You know, throughout this entire show, they've kind of been dancing around it, not really, you know, doing anything that's concrete. But I guess she wants the war to end, but I feel like that's just kind of an excuse. And she said she's confused and conflicted, but I just wonder why. Like, why does she feel the way that she does? Sokka and Toph seem to be the main ones that enjoyed their characters' portrayals. Sokka after he gave some pointers to the actor, but Toph just straight up. And you know, Toph kind of has had a little bit of an easier time of it in the group. Like her upbringing and stuff was very difficult, but like within the group, one of the easiest times of it out of everyone. Characters themselves are more nuanced, but they definitely played up some of those aspects that they do have. Iroh just being this like cake-loving, gluttonous guy with very little wisdom. It's definitely not accurate to how he is now, you know, going through all that Rocky training. Boomy in the muscle suit. The way it was presented in the episode, it was kind of like that, you know, he definitely wasn't that big, but you know, the way that he just like threw off the robe and just like transformed into this like insanely huge, just crazy guy. And Ozai being the more stereotypical looking villain. I was kind of surprised by that when they revealed his character, that he wasn't really a stereotypical looking villain. He just kind of looked like a normal guy. And in this, they kind of have him looking like a villain, which is interesting because it is a Fire Nation play again. So it's weird that they've portrayed so many things the way that they did, but it was also, I'm pretty sure, just like a recap for us before we head into the finale, like I was saying. Anyway, enjoyed these two. Looking forward to the next couple episodes. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.